Chocks and Chockets in between Roberto for another video review. It's the Cadbury Dairy Milk Iced Latte. Yes. Yeah, what does it say there? Smooth coffee flavour cream with digestive biscuit pieces. Yeah, so got very nice, very appetising. Yeah, it's actually basically it's a re-release actually of this sort of Inventor Bar, Creator Bar competition did a few years back. There was 3 finalists. You had to pick the winner basically by voting. This was the what was it originally called? Did a review of it as well. The Dairy Milk Chocolate it was called originally. So it's a bit cheeky that they've took the idea of the guy who won. I think his name was Callum. I'm not sure his surname. Can't remember now. But a bit cheeky that they took his bar. I think they re-released it again after he'd won as well, because I think it must have been a popular bar. But now they've re-released it completely again, and it's actually exactly the same. I sort of looked through the notes and things, and this on the back: milk chocolate with coffee flavour filling 30% and biscuit pieces 7%. And I just found from the archives what the description of the other one was. It was Cadbury Dairy Milk Chocolate Coffee Chocolate Bar. Milk chocolate with coffee flavour filling 30% and biscuit pieces 7%. Milk size 20% minimum, actual 23%. Says visual fats and addition to cocoa water. Alright, this on the other, yeah. So, you know, there might be some minor changes elsewhere, but basically it seems to be exactly the same bar. So, yeah, a bit disappointed, isn't it, really? It must be said. But here we go, got the calories here per 100 grams, 558 calories, 34 grams of fat, 19 which is saturates per 30.6 grams. So what's the weight for the whole thing? 122.5, so it's probably about a quarter of the bar, 171 calories, 11 grams of fat, 5.8 of which are saturates. Alright, there we go. Now it does have it on here that you can chill it. It says, for a chilled indulgence, it says, put this bar in the fridge and reveal your iconic summer moment. Discover more at cadbury.co.uk. Alright, so chill to, what does it say? Chill to what? Chill to reveal, okay. So basically, if you reveal it, thanks to Andrew Winter for mentioning this in the live the other day, I think it reveals, like, you can see these little stripes on there, just sort of partially hidden away. I think they all become blue, I think it is. So we'll do that later. What I'll do is I'll eat half of it. Well, I'll eat some of it that's been left at room temperature and some of it that's been chilled, and we'll see the wrapper as well once I've opened it. So yeah, so I'll do that. So yeah, so basically a bit disappointed as well. I did give the original a 3 out of 5 when I reviewed this back in the day, when it was the sort of Inventor Bar, Creator Bar, whatever it was, competition. So I'll see if it's any better, but my sort of opinion of it then was that it was a bit like a sort of the typical Oreo cream sort of filling, you know, stuff like that in it. So I was a bit disappointed with it, but we'll see if I still think about it in the same way. So we're passionate about our quality and stuff like that, so get in touch, not happy, things like this. So recycle at home, recycle information, recycle with, well, usually it says with bags at large supermarkets, but it just says recycle at large supermarkets here. But in the public environment, we've had similar messages. They do say you can recycle at home, so why you can't in the UK, I don't know. I say it every time, it's really frustrating. So vegetarian, you can see the watermarking there on the wrapper as well, which is quite nice. Actually got from Cadbury Australia, they did it first. Fair trade. So supporting sustainably sourced cocoa, but I'd look into that if it's important to you, because I think usually there's always some small print to that, but nonetheless, that's what they're doing. So yeah, not too bad. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? Looks pretty good. And what's it say here? Limited edition iced latte flavour. Okay, so I mean, when you think about iced latte, I mean, how is it iced at all unless you refrigerate it or freeze it yourself? You know, it's silly really, isn't it? But there we go. It's a gimmick they're after. But as I say, you can refrigerate it or freeze it, I guess, yourself. So we'll refrigerate it and see the difference. Yeah, so give it some time. So there we are. Alright, well, I think we just need to give it an open, don't we? So let's move stuff down. Let's do just that. Okay, everyone, okay, we're going to do this Dairy Milk Iced Latte, Cadbury Dairy Milk Iced Latte and open. And why not? So let's get straight into it. A bit of flourishes, by the way, before I do. You can see the video is not going to be quite as long as it looks. You know, it's that sort of optical illusion you get. You've seen it when you're at school, haven't you? Which line is longer, the one with the outward-facing sort of bits or the inward-facing ones, you know, and it's always the outward-facing ones that look longer. And of course, with this flourish, that's what they achieve, as well as a bit way of opening it, of course. But you know, that's a happy accident, basically. We just got was it open and reclose or open and reseal there? It says, I think it says something like that. Yep. Let's give it an open. So it's how included about 1,200, if not more, reviews. So if you like this video, please hit the like button. Subscribe to I've not done so already. I can't open it. In the top right corner, put links to place all my reviews, what's some related ones. So yeah, if you like to subscribe, go check those out. I enjoy this too. Well, it's a bit melty today in the UK. You can see there. Look at that. Where was it? Very melty. Wow, so lovely smell coming from it, though, I must say. Yeah, very nice indeed. So it's going to be quite melty, so I have to be careful with handling it. It's not that warm at the moment, but it has been warm. So yeah, so we'll just be very careful. So it's about roughly 15 centimetres long. The width 7.4, maybe 7.45. All right, and height. Well, height will be difficult. It's easy to do it with the calipers, but you can see it's just there. You can quite make out. It's just melting really quite badly. I don't know. I've not been handling it that much, but obviously I've been handling it enough. So I just have to be careful. Okay, I know I can do this very easily, very gracefully. Really, I'll just have to try. Just hold it up. like that. So you have to bear with me that it might not be as visible as I would like, but okay. 0 that. Will it 0? Alright, so themselves roughly about 1.1 centimetre, then in between roughly about 7-8 millimetres. Alright, now looking at my old review, I've just seen that it is actually still an 8x3 bar, so it's the same size as it was last time, 8x3. So there we go, and I believe it's the same weight as well. Yes, so the same weight, so they've not made it any smaller or anything like that, which is quite, you know, which you might think they would have done. So there we go. I'll say it's very melty today. It really is. Goodness me, I'm just trying to be careful. Yeah, it's very difficult to manipulate this, basically. Obviously, lend itself then to being refrigerated, doesn't it? So trying to see if I can just show you the inside of it. As I say, 8x3 bar. It's our best to do it, you know. Goodness me, right, well, we'll have to get chocolatey at some point, won't we, I think. Okay, see, just bending. It's just Cadbury as well doesn't coat well. Cadbury chocolate in this weather, it really doesn't. Right, you can see there, though, that's what up against. It's got that sort of creamy filling there. Okay. It's, yeah, very bendy. There we go. You can see a bit of biscuit pieces there as well. Okay, not too bad. Let's give a bit of a chop down the centre. Okay, all right. Okay, not bad. So you can see there as well. That's what we're up against. There we go. So yeah, very creamy centre. Some biscuits in there. There we go. Yeah, too bad. As I say, it smells lovely as well. It really does smell very coffee-like. But all right, well, let's give it a taste. What I'll do is I'll put some of it in the refrigerator to get chilled, and we'll see the effect on the wrapper, and we'll see what the difference is. But yeah, I think Cadbury Dairy Milk, as I say, just doesn't cope well in semi-warm weather, and it's not that warm today, but it's been warm. It has been warm, and obviously, yeah, it's just yeah, you can see it's just quite bendy. So we'll see. So we'll refrigerate it, and we'll see what the difference is. So refrigerate some of it anyway. I'll do that, and we'll join back up in a second. Hey everyone, okay, well, goodness me, had. Really, you have to be very quick with this. I got it in the fridge just a second ago, and just from the fridge, and this was blue. It's completely blue, but after just being out of the fridge for a couple of seconds, it's really gone back to just as it looked before. So I'll just try and you can vaguely see it when it's pushed up against the. I don't know. It's just it's really gone. You know. So I'll see if I can replicate it again. I don't know if I can though. Really, let's see. Let's be quick. Yeah, it really doesn't stay blue very long at all. I've tried to. I mean, you can just about see it a bit better. It was, but it was very blue before. But yeah. So I don't know. Interesting. Okay. Well, maybe I'll try and show a picture of it or something like that if I can do that. Yeah, later on. Just you would have seen it by now, I'm sure. Right. Let's give it a bit of a go then. So we've got it. We've got the bit that wasn't refrigerated, basically. We'll quickly taste that, I think. A couple of segments that aren't refrigerated. They're very soft. All right, let's give those a go. Nice crunch there. Not bad cream. It's very quite. It is quite creamy. It's nice and coffee-like. But yeah, nice crunch on the biscuits. Don't taste very biscuity, but it's quite crispy, crunchy, if that makes sense. It's like Rice Krispies almost, but Right, let's try one that's been slightly chilled. A couple here. So we get to. You can see a lot of cream in the middle as well. Let's give that a go. I think I do prefer it at room temperature, even though it was a bit soft. Refrigerated, it's a bit feels a bit more flavourless, to be honest with you. Yeah, interesting. Here's a bit that was so this hasn't been refrigerated. Let's get more of the flavour from the chocolate. I just don't have the chocolatey flavour when it's been refrigerated, actually. Yeah. This feels a bit more like coffee almost, you know. I think just because the way it's a bit more liquidy, melty, I guess. It's all right, really. I feel like it's a bit. I don't think it's much of anything really. It just feels like the cream is just very sort of creamy. You know, it just tastes like a sort of milky cream, coffee flavour, but nothing too dramatic, nothing too special. I don't feel I'm that blown away with the cream centre really. I feel like it's a bit, yeah, a bit disappointing. Again, this is room temperature. Biscuit pieces are okay, but they're not very biscuit-like. They feel a bit more, not quite like Rice Krispies, but they're close to it, you know. And I said the cream centre, I don't know. It's just a typical cream centre, but it does taste of coffee. It's flavoured coffee. It's not terrible. Yeah. Yeah, I used to say, I said in my previous review of this one, when it was re-released last time as the Chocolate, you know, it's basically the same thing. So it tasted quite similar to Oreo sort of cream fillings. It's not quite that bad actually. I don't know if it's changed or whatever, but it feels a bit less. It does taste a bit more coffee-like. At least that's the impression I'm getting now. But I don't know. Yeah, I'm not too convinced by it. The chocolate's okay. Dairy Milk, of course. I'll say you're just mainly getting like a sort of chocolate flavour really, and of course because of the cream, it might be explained why it's so sort of soft really, because the centre is just so soft. As the chocolate is just not quite. You don't really get the benefit of the Dairy Milk either, because I say the chocolate is not as thick as it should be, and you don't really get that velvetiness of the Dairy Milk chocolate. But yeah, reasonable nice coffee flavour, reasonably nice crunch, reasonably nice chocolate. But they're just all reasonable, you know, they just should be better really, I think. I think the cream's not as exciting as it should be. I think the chocolate, because there's not as much of it, it's just not as exciting. The crunchy pieces as well don't taste very biscuit-like really. So yeah, so all in all the bits, all the components could be done a bit better, I think. And I think maybe it's just solid chocolate but flavoured coffee, or sort of coffee crunchy bits or something, I don't know really. As well as biscuit pieces, I think might be better. So the original I gave 3 out of 5. I think this one's, yeah, I feel I'm going to give it 3.5 out of 5, given the benefit of the doubt. It feels like it's slightly better than the 3 out of 5, to be honest with you. I'm not sure if they've changed anything, or it's just my opinion it's changed, but yeah, it doesn't quite taste as badly of the sort of Oreo cream that I thought it did originally, or I said it did anyway. It's a bit different, it's its own thing, I think, but all the same, it's still a bit, yeah, not as good as it could be, I don't think. Alright guys, let me know what you think of this one. Yeah, what's your favourite Cadbury Dairy Milk product, and the Adventure Bars back in the day? What do you like, or the Cadbury Creator Bars, whatever they were called? Let me know what was your favourite, and what would your favourite sort of Cadbury Creator Bar be? Let me know. So okay guys, thanks for watching. Bye for now. See ya.